is up, guys? Yes, we are in a Zoom call now, doing our top 10 because we're in lockdown right now in Victoria. So none of these guys can come over and do a top 10 with us. So welcome to another top 10 video. So I'm here with special guests to help out. We got Ethan returning. Say hi, Ethan.
Hello.
Ethan is back once again. And we got two new guests that's on my top 10. One of them is Declan. So say hi, Declan. Yeah. And also we have Jeremy as well. Say hi, Jeremy.
Yo, what's up? Yeah.
Yeah. So this is going to be a top 10 comic book movie day. So we are going to start off with our top 10 worst comic book movies of all time. Before we get started on this video, obviously everyone knows Ethan right now, but Jeremy and Declan, do you guys want to introduce yourselves?
Should I go on first?
Declan, you want to introduce yourself?
Sure.
Yeah.
I was literally about to stop before Jeremy spoke.
Yeah, so introduce yourself, Declan.
Anyways, so hi, my name is Declan. I'm 21 years old. I go to film school as well as Owen.
Yeah, we're all in film school, by the way. So if no one knows, we're all in film school together.
And soon not to be.
Yeah, but it's been shut down, which sucks. But continue, Declan.
Anyway, I currently live in a country town outside of Melbourne. Nice little town. I have my own digital cinema camera, which has already been used to shoot a professional project with the film school this year.
Like magic. That's a great camera.
I know. The brand new 6K Pro, so worth every penny.
Yeah. Well, that's good. Probably everyone's watching saying nice to meet you, Declan. All right, what about you, Jeremy? Introduce yourself.
Yeah, I'm Jeremy. Yeah, I'm 20 years old. I think I'm the youngest here. I think you guys are all oldies.
Yeah.
I'm a film student, video editor as well. Like watching movies, animations, and I like to play video games and skateboard as well.
Sweet.
I didn't know you were a skateboarder.
Cool.
I didn't know that. You're a skateboarder.
Yeah,
Oh, skater, not skateboarder. What am I talking about?
skater. Yeah, same thing.
Skateboarder.
All right.
Who's that?
Yeah. Everyone knows who Ethan is, so I don't think we should go too much.
Wait, who's Ethan? Who's this guy?
Yeah, who the fuck is
That's me.
Ethan?
Who the hell is he?
Hello, I'm Ethan, and drink lots of water.
Yeah, he loves water. And I'm Owen.
I'm the water boy.
Yeah, get the water. Everyone get hydrated.
No,
Yes. I got Coke, but
Jeremy says, get on the BS.
yeah. All right. I guess we should get started talking about the shittiest comic book movies of all time. These are
In our opinion.
In our opinion, yes, we're very biased, and none of us known what we put in our list, so we're all going to reveal our worst list together. Yep, this video may contain some coarse language for younger ones watching this video because we're going to be renting the shit out of these movies. And also this contains spoilers as well. If you want to see these really shitty movies, spoiler alert, for those videos. So, how should we do the order for this? So do we start with Jeremy first and go backwards? Or we'll start with me and all the way to Jeremy? What do you guys think we should do? Go from that order?
I'm not too fussed.
Yeah, not too fast.
Big
Jeremy,
fans, let's go.
Alphabetical order. No, I'm kidding.
order. Okay, we can try that. So we'll go from Declan, then Ethan, then Jeremy, and me then. We'll do alphabetical order. I think that's a good idea.
I was just
We
kidding,
start
but
with our,
if you guys want to do it.
I
Start
think
with our dishonorable mentions, right?
Yeah, all right. So, before we get to our
Oh,
top
this.
10, so yeah, it's okay if you don't, Jeremy. That's okay. So if we
Yeah, I don't. Yeah. It's,
yeah, so we're gonna start off with some dishonorable mentions. These are the movies that we still hate but didn't make it in our list. So, Declan, do you want to start off with your dishonorable mentions?
Sure. Coming up with dishonorable mentions was a bit of a tricky one for me, if I'm being very honest.
Yeah.
So I can't exactly think of dishonorable mentions. I have more honorable mentions than dishonorable mentions, to say the least.
All right, tell us.
Yeah, for the
wow,
word.
copycat. Okay.
You don't have any dishonorable mention. That's okay.
Yeah, fair.
That's all right. Ethan. Ethan. Do you have any dishonorable mentions? It's
Yeah,
basically honorable mentions, but for bad movies.
I've got some dishonorable mentions. I'll
Yeah.
go through them quickly.
Go ahead.
Shazam.
No.
The Dark Knight.
The
The
Dark
Amazing Spider-Man.
No.
Guardians of the Galaxy. And Captain America: The Winter Soldier.
The Winter Soldier. What?
This is a great start.
Those are my dishonorable mentions. I don't
I
hate
thought you-
them. I'm just not a fan.
I told you, Declan, Ethan's is going to be fun.
I get that you're affected, but the Dark Knight and the Winter Soldier, man.
Oh my
Yep.
god. He put those in the last list that we did.
Jesus.
Okay, so I guess we'll go from Jeremy. Do you have any dishonorable mentions, Jeremy? It's okay if you don't.
Yeah, I have like no, I don't. But like I have like only 7 or 8 in my list. So yeah,
Alright.
I don't really have much for this Marvel mentions.
That's okay.
Right, let's get to the top 10.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we haven't gone through your honorable
still have
mentions.
to do it.
Yeah. Let's go to top 10 to screw that,
go for
guys.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Um,
no.
Okay, so my
Wait,
dishonorable...
oh, and do you have a dishonorable mentions?
Yeah, I do. I'm going through it now.
Oh yeah. Oh, sorry.
All right, so my dishonorable mentions, don't worry, Declan, it's not as worse as Ethan's.
Dark Knight and the Winter Soldier, Ethan.
I cannot believe it.
That's the
I'm
way
more
it is.
shocked than you
Put
are.
up with it. Deal with it.
Okay. Hopefully it doesn't get worse in the list. Okay, so my dishonorable mentions, I can't get over it, my god. My dishonorable mentions is, Ethan probably will kill me for this one, Batman Forever.
No, I respect your opinion.
Okay, because I know you like Batman Forever. X-Men Origins Wolverine. That movie sucks balls.
Very good choice.
Thank you. Suicide Squad. Not a fan of it.
Also another very good choice.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest. Suicide Squad's my favorite from the DCEU because of how different it is to the others.
I
The
respect
only
it.
reason I watched it is Margot Robbie.
Yeah, Margot Robbie's great as Harley Quinn.
Eh.
Costume design's pretty good as well. Yeah, it's bad.
Yeah. Captain America, the 90s version, not the MCU version. So calm down, Declan.
Oh, the 90s one. I started watching that not long ago. That was so shit, and I didn't
That
finish
movie-
it.
The
That movie's
90s
terrible.
one is a great choice for a dishonorable mention. I give you that one.
Yeah, that movie really sucks.
That film sucks.
Okay. Fantastic Four and Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer. Those movies suck. Hellboy from 2019. The
Oh,
one,
thank God.
the one with David Harbour. No, I love the horror ones. Calm down, Declan. I love them. They'll probably be on my best. Who knows? I don't know if you guys know this one. Howard the Duck.
Oh, I forgot
Howard
about
the
that one. No! Oh, I should have put that on my list.
movie-
Oh! No!
As a dishonorable mention, that movie is so bad. I should have put that one as a dishonorable mention. Why did
That
I think?
Ah!
Yeah,
No!
you heard me. That movie is one stink pile of shit.
Oh, I actually
I
didn't
thought
mind
that
it.
movie even existed.
The end credit scene of Guardians of the Galaxy was a much better film than that piece of shit. Just saying. Hulk from 2003, the one with Eric Bana, with Ang Lee directing it, which that one's boring as shit. And the last dishonorable mention that almost made my list, Superman 3.
I haven't seen it.
It's terrible. Okay, so Jeremy, your list goes from 8, right? Not 10. Just
Let me see if I can count right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait. Yeah, it's 8. Sorry.
All right, that's
Yeah.
okay. So us three will start with 10 and 9, and then we'll get to you from 8 then.
Yep, sounds good.
All right, cool. So you can listen to our 10 and 9s for now. So let's get to it. Our top 10 worst pieces of shit comic book movies that came out ever. So let's start off with number 10. So Declan, yay. So Declan, take it away with your number 10.
All right. My number 10 is the 2008 Incredible Hulk film with Edward Norton.
What? I freaking enjoyed it. Okay.
Don't get me wrong. I like the movie as a whole, but as a comic book adaptation, they did a bad job as a comic book adaptation.
Okay. I'll respect it. That's okay. What do you think of Edward Norton as Bruce Banner?
I mean, I liked him as a Bruce Banner, but I feel he definitely could have been a lot better.
So you
Mark-
prefer...
That's the one with
By the
the
way,
orange
like
Hulk,
physical, mentally, spiritually.
Mark Ruffalo was definitely the better choice to recast as the Hulk in the MCU.
Yeah, I agree.
I do think Mark Ruffalo... Well, they both played different versions. Like... Yeah, I do prefer Mark Ruffalo because I grew up with Mark Ruffalo in the MCU, so I'm okay with that pick.
Even they're both literally the same person, but just
Yes.
different people.
Yeah,
Yes.
different actors, yeah.
Which
Sorry.
people have got to remember that the Incredible Hulk and the Adventures that the Incredible Hulk is set in the MCU.
Yeah, I could probably wouldn't remember Incredible Hulk.
Yeah, because like Tony Stark's at the end of it.
I know, so many people keep forgetting that.
Yeah.
I know. I see like the Incredible Hulk as like a Bug's Life with Marvel movies. You know, like no one remembers that much.
Yeah, I see where you come. I get what you mean.
Yeah. All right, so the Incredible Hulk. I don't mind it. I don't hate it, but I'm okay with it. So
It was okay.
yeah,
Could've been better.
but that's okay. This is all about respecting opinions, even though Ethan is doing his list because I think his list is pretty
They always want about my list. I don't give a shit.
All right, so Ethan, Ethan, what's your number 10?
My number 10 is ELEKTRA.
Okay.
Oh, ELEKTRA.
Yeah,
that film sucked.
this film was so freaking forgettable and just, I don't know, really average.
Oh
Just
my god.
I will agree with you there.
Yeah, ELEKTRA was just forgettable.
Yeah, I don't even remember what was going on in it. It was just so.
The only thing I liked about the film is Jennifer Garner. She was actually okay in these.
Yeah, she was okay, I guess, but everything else was just
She's done
whatever,
better.
nothing. It's like, what's the point of this film?
Yeah, I barely remember that film, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't
I know
remember. I saw it once and I just don't remember anything about it. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay, well, my number 10 goes to, in my opinion, one of the most disappointing movies of the last decade. It's a movie that I was very, very excited. Like, when they announced there is that movie coming out, I'm like, good. The other films suck. This film's going to fix it. This is a reboot, by the way. Yep. And when it came out, it became worse than the other movies. So my number 10 goes to Fantastic, or Fantastic Four 2015.
I was actually going
fantastic.
to watch that last night, but it didn't work.
Oh my god, this film.
Mention that one.
Oh my god, that film. I remember I was in the theater. I was watching the film because I heard all the terrible reviews. So I'm just watching it with my open mind. And it's probably one of the most boring comic book movies that I've ever freaking seen. And there's so many missed opportunities that movie presented us. Like, for example, a lot of scenes in the freaking trailers aren't in the movie at all. The scene with the Thing jumping off the plane, which I find the most awesome thing I've ever seen in the trailers, and it wasn't in the fucking movie. And the cast, oh my god, the cast is amazing though. We got Miles Teller from Whiplash, we got Michael B. Jordan from Creed, we got Kate Mara, Jamie Bell, even Toby Kebbell as Dr. Doom from Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, who played Cobra. I like that actor, and then when he played Doom, I called him Dr. Dumb because
The dumb.
he looks. Yeah, Declan.
He played Koba in Planet of the Apes.
Yeah, he played Koba in Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. Didn't you know that?
I didn't.
That's why I was excited for him, because he's playing Doctor Doom, and Doctor Doom looks like a fucking, like in the honest trailers of Fantastic Four, he looks like a sex doll, they said. And I would completely agree with that. He looks fucking awful. All he does is blow people's heads off, which Doctor Doom in the comics was much more developed than the movies. He's like the most powerful, like, MCU, not MCU, he's not even in the MCU. He's a powerful Marvel character in the comics. And they fucked him up in the movie. Like, I think he's one of the guys that can defeat Thanos, to be honest. Like, in the comics, he's very powerful. But yeah, the movie was just boring and nothing happens. Even when they have their powers, nothing happened. It's just them talking about shit. And then there's a action scene at the end. There's literally one fucking action scene in the movie. And it's just horrendous. And Josh Trank, I was excited for Josh Trank because he directed Chronicle, which is one of my favorite found footage films of all time. I love Chronicle. But yeah, not to drag on, Fan Four Stick sucks balls. It sucks, but there are worse comic book films than this piece of shit. So Fan Four Stick's on my number 10. So Jeremy doesn't have a number 10, so we're just going to move on to number 9. Declan, what's your number 9?
Suicide Squad.
Oh, good one. I'm not
I
gonna
wouldn't have
lie.
expected it. Alright.
I was so hyped for this movie when it was coming out, and it had such amazing trailers.
It does.
And also, I was very excited to see Margot Robbie because I have a fucking celebrity crush on her.
Same with me.
And then watching the film itself, it was just very, very disappointing.
Yeah, I
And
agree.
the film just felt like it was rushed and it was just everywhere.
Yeah, there's too many shit happening.
And the only reason you'd convince me to watch it is because of Margot Robbie.
She is great as Harley Quinn.
I know, perfect casting in my opinion.
I didn't even mind Will Smith as Deadshot, to be honest. I think he was great in Suicide Squad.
He was pretty good as Deadshot, yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Margot Robbie just wins for me.
Yeah,
He's-
Margot Robbie is great.
He's always a win.
She's always a win, yeah. Same with me. Always a win for me too. What about you, Jeremy? Is she a win for you?
Alright. Yeah, it's pretty good. I don't know what to say about Suicide Squad.
Are you
Only
excited,
watched like half of it, then it's like forgot about it.
are you excited for the new one, Declan?
I am excited for the new one.
It actually looks much better. I'm not gonna lie.
It definitely does. I just hope it's not a disappointment like the 2016 one was.
Hopefully James Gunn doesn't fuck it up, honestly.
At least Margot Robbie's still playing Harley Quinn.
Yeah. I'm excited for freaking Sylvester Stallone in the film playing the shark. I don't know. What the fuck is his character's name? The one with the shark head. Because that's actually Sylvester Stallone that's voicing over him.
I know.
That's gonna be interesting.
I love that and find that hilarious.
And they're making it freaking rated MA in Australia. Thank you. I want to see some violence in these movies.
That was always the plan.
Yeah, like I find this movie just. I agree with you with Suicide Squad completely. It's on my honorable mentions. Yeah, it's just too much things going over the place. I find the villain awful too. Yeah.
Who was the villain again? It's like the Enchantress.
Yeah, Enchantress. Yeah.
Yeah.
She
I
was
also love
horrible.
Cara Delevingne.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That movie. All right. So, yeah, Suicide Squad. Good pick, Declan. Ethan, what's your number 9?
Okay, my number 9, I've got the Blu-ray right here. This one is kind of unknown.
Okay.
I think it's a comic book film. It looks like one, but I'm just going to put it anyway because I don't care. That is Darkman 2.
Yeah, Darkman's based on a comic book. Yeah, I've seen the first.
Yeah, Darkman 2. All right. The first movie was okay.
Is that with Liam Neeson? Just
Yeah, it was okay, but when you get to this one, it's just, oh man, the acting sucks.
I didn't even know it was a sequel. to that movie.
The dude who plays Darkman in this one, oh man, he overacts. Man, he's such an overactor.
Who played him?
Um,
Is it someone we know?
I think his name was Larry Drake. I think that's his name. The actor's name.
Larry Drake.
Larry Drake. This is a straight-to-video film.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
Yeah. So yeah, this one I watched it once. I don't know if I'm gonna watch it again. I haven't seen the third film.
It was Liam Neeson. I searched Liam Neeson.
Yeah,
That's the first one. I'm talking about the second
one.
one.
I've seen the first one. It's actually pretty underrated.
The first ones I thought was okay. The second one
It's
sucks.
decent. I don't mind the first one. Watch it, Declan, then. If you have not seen it, recommend it.
I have not seen it.
It's pretty good. Okay, cool. So I didn't even know they made a third one. What the frick?
Yeah, the trilogy. I don't know, should they reboot this?
I think so. I think the concept is very interesting for a reboot.
Yeah.
Either this movie or The Crow. I wouldn't mind seeing The Crow rebooted.
Yeah.
Fairly sure that's in the works.
Even though The Crow
Yeah,
is
that's-
pretty good.
Yeah.
Apparently. Anyway, my number 9 is an MCU film. I have the worst MCU film that I've seen on this list. Don't worry, Declan. It's not Captain America: The Winter Soldier. Don't worry. It's not like Ethan's. This one is hated by everybody. And that is For the Dark World.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was a
The
piece of
Dark
shit.
World. Not Full Ragnarok. Full Ragnarok is awesome. For the
mean,
Dark World.
It's not bad, but just not good.
Like, I think I'd rather watch Iron Man 2 than that film, to be honest. Like, Iron Man 2 was bad too, but I think For the Dark World, like, at least Iron Man 2 had some good moments. I find For the Dark World had the most forgettable moments in the entire MCU.
Oh, that film was so boring.
Oh my god, the villain? Who the fuck is the villain? I don't even remember the villain. The villain was that bad, I can't remember. He was that bad. It was so bland, so generic. The only good thing about it is the look of Asgard. Like, we get to see most of the movie in Asgard, which is actually pretty cool, because I wanted that from the first movie. Yeah, Chris Hemsworth was good. Tom Hiddleston, if Tom Hiddleston wasn't in For the Dark World, I wouldn't say it's the worst comic book film, because he was awesome. I'm not a fan of Natalie Portman in these movies.
Really?
Yeah, she's just generic love interest. Like, at the same time, I'm still interested to see her as a female Thor, because I think Taika Waititi will probably fix her. But so far in these two movies, I think it's probably the worst love interest in the entire MCU. I never liked the chemistry between Thor and Jane. It's just, I don't know, it's just too generic. In the first one, they did it better, but in For Dark World, I think they made it even worse. Yeah, nothing too much to say about it. For the Dark World is definitely my least favorite MCU film. I find it very bland and boring for the most part. So yeah, For the Dark World is on my number 9. So, Declan, what's your number 8?
All right.
Let's go.
Doctor Strange.
What?
Doctor Strange, really?
I
Yeah,
freaking
that
love
was so
Strange.
freaking boring. Doctor Strange sucks.
Oh my god, seriously.
I did not-
No.
I found it to be the most boring MCU film.
Oh my god. I fucking love Doctor
Mhm.
Strange.
Benedict Cumberbatch is great casting as Doctor Strange. I love him as Doctor Strange, but just the actual film itself, I did not like watching.
Oh my god.
Why? Why? Give us reasons.
Come on. What about the visuals?
I mean, it had great visuals, yeah, but just the entire movie itself, I just didn't really enjoy watching. I watched it twice, and the second time still didn't do it for me.
Okay, I'm okay with that pick. I'm not gonna lie.
He doesn't have to give any reasons. That's just him being honest.
Yeah, we're very biased here. So yeah, it's probably
They're
better.
just trying to understand why he doesn't like,
It's probably-
yeah.
What?
It's whatever.
I'd rather hear Declan hating on Doctor Strange than Ethan hating on Captain America: The Winter Soldier. All right. Okay. Cool, Doctor Strange. Ethan, what's your number
Okay.
8?
My number 8 is Jonah Hex.
Oh, I forgot about that movie.
Oh
That's
man, this
horrible.
film. Oh, it's a piece of early 2010 shit.
Megan Fox. I'm just trying to remember. Yeah, it's with
Which
Megan
one?
Fox.
Yeah, Megan Fox. Is
Yeah,
in
it has Josh Brolin and Megan Fox. Oh my god, why did they pick her?
Man, I was forced to watch this film.
I should have had that as an honorable mention.
I know, I forgot about that. I should have put on mine too.
Oh man, that freaking! From memory, I think there was the CGI was just so shit. I think.
It was such a cool concept too.
Yeah, but it just falls flat. Just fails.
Another reboot that I want to see.
Oh, if they reboot this, I think it would do better. Yeah.
Get like the freaking Coen brothers to direct it to the next movie.
I can't see I can't see them doing a comic book film.
Yeah, but they can do westerns. So that's what Johnny Hex is. It's a western. Anyway, so nothing else to say about it, Ethan? Just
Nah, piece of shit.
all right. So now Jeremy, now he's joining in our list. So Jeremy, what's your number 8?
All right, number 8. Oh yeah, so yeah, just a preference. I got my 8 list, but I have them not really what's it called, in specific order.
That's okay.
Just know that, yeah.
As long as you hate most.
All right, so 8 is Joker.
What?
Hey, he's
Joker.
he doesn't like Joker. Well, I respect him.
Okay,
Yep.
I respect it because I love you, Jeremy.
Calm down.
Okay.
on him.
Okay.
Yep.
go.
Okay. All right. Hear me out. Okay. Despite what it got, like its praise and whatnot, and I think that's why I what's it called? This says at mediocre at best, or like because it just got so like big in terms of like marketing and like the hype and whatnot. And I watched it, it just seemed not really. My expectations were just like, just lowered down when I watched it.
Think it was as good as other people said it was?
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Yeah, that's
You thought it was kind of overrated, right?
Yeah, very, because this is like you've seen like the memes on the internet. It's like everyone on the internet is just like, oh, the society, oh, it's Joker, oh yeah, it's so dark, gritty. And it's just like, yeah.
Oh yeah.
I found it like it's alright, yeah.
I get your point.
I respect it. That's okay, Jeremy. I fucking love Joker, but you know what? I respect people's opinions. I respect it, Jeremy. I really do. Okay, well, my number 8 goes to something we're probably going to forget about now because we got a better version of this that came out recently, and that is Justice League.
The old one?
Yes, the Joss Whedon Justice League.
Oh.
We're going to say farewell to that piece of shit. I remember, Declan, I was, honestly, back then, when the trailers were coming out, I was actually really anticipating because, these are the characters I grew up with. Like, all these characters, Wonder Woman, Batman, Superman, Cyborg, Flash, all these characters I grew up with. So I was excited, even though Batman v Superman kind of disappointed me. I still liked it, but it did disappoint me. And Suicide Squad, and when Wonder Woman came out and that movie was a huge success, I was excited to see what Justice League can do until this tragic happened, which honestly, I respect Zack Snyder for caring about his family, which I really respected, and rest in peace, his daughter. But yeah, they got Joss Whedon to direct, and I'm like, at first I'm just like okay with it because, he can do well with the Avengers. I was thinking he could do well with not Suicide Squad, Justice League. And then, and it just turns out just one of the most mixed baggish comic book films I've ever seen. It had good moments, but mostly worst moments. We get Henry Cavill's CGI mouth because he was filming Mission Impossible that time, so he has to freaking CGI out with his mouth. Honestly, wouldn't mind if he did have a mustache. It'd probably look better.
And they make it like more Avenger style, like more lighthearted and humor.
Yeah, that's what they did in this because it's basically the Avengers in DC, but they made it bad. But thank Christ, Zack Snyder brought his own vision to life, and it was so much freaking better. I'd rather watch Zack Snyder's movie 1,000 times than that piece of shit. Steppenwolf. Wait, sorry, Declan?
I just said that film was such a treat to watch.
It's so good. I loved it. Steppenwolf in this movie plays a freaking, I don't know, a kids movie villain. The way he acts, just his death is just hysterical in my opinion. I was just laughing my ass off in his death. He's like, "No, you obey me," like freaking Scar from the Lion King. That's what it reminds me of for some freaking reason. But yeah, Stonewolf looked awful. He looked so much better in this Tsunami. They did his character much better. And yeah, the way they just bring the whole plot in, it's a mess. And it's all because of what happened, and I feel bad for what happened. But yeah, that movie we can just forget about now. Now we got Zack Snyder's Justice League, we can forget about Justice League, which everyone calls it now. So yeah, Justice League, Joss Whedon cut is on my number 8. So 7, Declan, take it away.
All right. All right, 7 on this list is Captain Marvel.
Okay. I'm okay with it. I'm okay with that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I don't mind the film, but it's just a really bad comic book movie. And I like Brie Larson, but she could have definitely done a lot better.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
But her acting wasn't exactly that great in this film.
Yeah, Hershey didn't connect well with the other cast of the entire MCU. I heard she's like a brat or something.
Yeah, that is true.
That's like shown in like interviews and whatnot.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's just a theory, a game theory.
Her wide autocomplete interview video was so hated. You guys have seen that video. She was such an ass when in that video. But anyway, Declan, carry on.
I just went, is that like a personal attack or something?
Probably. Yeah, I find Captain Marvel just okay. I respect that one.
I wish it was better.
I'm more excited for the Marvels. Is that what it's called? The second Captain Marvel movie, the Marvels or something like that?
No, there's Captain Marvel 2 coming out.
Yeah.
It's
called like the Marvels or something like that. It's gonna be like a team of them or something.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Good one, Captain Marvel. Ethan, what's your number 8? 7, sorry.
Alright, my number 7 is Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
You mentioned that in the last one.
I
respect that one.
The number one thing I can't stand is just, alright, the soundtrack, the songs, I'm not saying they're terrible, I just don't like how this film is so soundtrack driven. Like, they're doing something, actions, and like, okay, let's go, and then they're gonna put a song on, or like, oh, let's do a fight, we're gonna put a song on a cassette, and then we're gonna do some fighting and all that. It's not that I don't like the songs. I just don't like how the soundtrack is just like hit song after hit song, because that's not how you do a soundtrack. If you want to do a soundtrack, you've got to have a couple of hit songs and then really generic songs later on. Like that's my idea of a soundtrack.
I thought it's
not a greatest hits album.
I get what you mean.
And I'm not a fan. I don't really like Guardians of the Galaxy anyway.
Yeah.
But I'd rather watch the first one, even though I don't even like the first one.
Same.
But, like, yeah. It's not saying much.
Okay. Jeremy, what's your number 7?
All right, number 7 goes to the very infamous Black Widow.
Oh, wow.
I have not seen that yet.
I honestly, like, I haven't reviewed the movie yet. I'll say I kind of agree with you on this one. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. Overall timing was not really favorable in Black Widow. I'm just gonna say that. the whole timeline, it wasn't really favorable on Black Widow.
I know what you mean.
The story was. It had like an idea where it was supposed to be going, but they executed it pretty poorly, I guess. And also the fact that, the visual effects, they were pretty choppy. I'm not gonna lie. I like my visual effects, my visuals, and Yeah, I know that the visual effects are done in Australia, so this is kind of like copying in an Australian visual effects industry. But
I didn't like what they did with Taskmaster in that film.
yeah,
Not gonna spoil it.
I didn't.
I
Yeah,
won't spoil it for you. But yeah, Black Widow. I'm surprised to put that on your list. I'm not gonna lie. All right, my number 7 goes to probably one of the biggest missed opportunities I've ever seen in a comic book film. This character was so good in the comics. In the movies, they fucked him up. Number 7 is Green Lantern. Yes.
yeah, Green Lantern. Yeah, nothing to say there.
I put my honorable mentions. I forgot that even existed.
Oh my god. The biggest compliment I'll give Green Lantern is that Deadpool makes so much fun of it that it became iconic. And it's how him and Blake Lively met. So, cute. But the rest of the movie sucks balls. Ryan Reynolds, great actor. I think we now all loved him since Deadpool. First X-Men Origins Wolverine. No, first Blake Trinity, then X-Men Origins Wolverine, and now Green Lantern. He was having a bad time with comic book roles.
Oh, yeah, he was.
Yeah, he was really bad in Green Lantern. The villain is a fucking cloud. It's a fucking cloud. That's the villain of Green Lantern.
Funny thing about the villain's name is like Parallax or something. Yeah.
Parallax.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah,
Parallax.
the villain was so badly done that I was actually scared of it as a kid.
Same with me, but
It's scary.
But now that I
Jesus.
watched it, I was laughing my ass off.
Yeah.
Yeah. The CGI suit. What the fuck? It's so bad. It was so bad. It's so terrible. Like in the movie when he's like, I'm gonna look for trouble. When he does that, oh my God. I remember watching the trailer. I'm like, even when I was 11, I think when the trailer came out, I'm like, that's how fake it looks. But the comics were so good. Like this character was freaking awesome in the comics, and this is definitely the biggest comic book movie that I want to see a reboot of. Like, hopefully the DC Extended Universe, they tease a bit of Green Lantern, Zack Snyder's Justice League, so probably they will reboot Green Lantern, which hopefully they do that very, very well, because he's awesome in the comics. Yeah, the acting was terrible, the line deliveries are terrible, the fight scenes, literally, like, the first thing that Green Lantern does for saving people, he turns a freaking helicopter into a Hot Wheels car.
Hell yeah. Product placement.
Like, seriously? He can mimic any imagination one, and that's all he can think of, a fucking Hot Wheels car. And I forgot Taika Waititi was in it. Taika Waititi was in Green Lantern. Yeah, he was from Green Lantern.
His bestie.
And he's with Ryan Reynolds again in Free Guy, which actually looks pretty good. I'm actually really excited for that one. That movie looks like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Because I'm a fan of open world games, so I'm a big fan of those. But yeah, Green Lantern sucks. I just wanted to damage his ring after that movie because the movie just wasn't great. And the director of the movie, he directed Casino Royale. Mark Campbell.
Really?
Yes, he directed Casino Royale. The director of Green Lantern was the director of Daniel Craig's Casino Royale.
And GoldenEye.
And GoldenEye.
GoldenEye as well?
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know.
I forgot he directed 2 Bond films. That's awesome.
He should do the next one.
Oh, he should do all Daniel Craig Bond movies, to be honest. If
Yeah,
he makes
true.
Casino Royale good, he can make the whole...
Nah, he's the director. He's gonna, if he does the next one, he's gonna be established as the James Bond director that directs the directorial, not directorial, but like the actor debuts.
Yeah, and he also directed that movie with Jackie Chan, which I haven't seen. I heard it's pretty good.
What, The Foreigner? Is that what it was called?
Yeah, The Foreigner, the one with him and Pierce Brosnan.
Oh, The Foreigner's a good one.
Yeah, I'll have to check that out. But anyway, not dragging on. Green Lantern sucks. Ryan Reynolds, glad you did Deadpool after that movie. On my number 7. So, Declan, what's your number 6?
The Ang Lee Hulk.
Yes!
Wait, what was it? The Angry Hulk?
The Ang Lee Hulk.
The Angry Hulk.
That should be
I
a
thought you said
movie.
The
The
Angry
Angry
Hulk.
Hulk.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, Jeremy.
The
It's
Angry Hulk.
It's the Angry
Oh, nice, yeah.
Make that a movie. The Angry Hulk. The MCU.
I wish it's called The Angry Hulk.
Hulk needs his own movie again. We haven't had one since The Incredible Hulk. Come on, give us the Angry Hulk. Come on.
They're getting a She-Hulk. I think. Like,
Yeah, they
Yeah,
are.
I'm
Yeah.
looking it
Oh,
up.
who gives a shit? Just give us a Hulk movie.
for a series.
All right, Declan, moving on. Angry's Hulk or Angry Hulk.
That's all I'll say. Nothing else.
That's it.
That's
It's
fine.
very vague.
It's
Who
very-
cares?
Oh,
All
that's,
right. Yeah.
well, we all know how bad that movie is, so that's fine.
No.
So, Ethan, what's your number 6?
My number 6 is Batman vs Superman: Dawn of Justice.
Okay,
Yeah, I
Oh,
agree.
I'll agree with that.
I watched a little bit of this last night, and I'm just like, oh, far out, this is so boring. Like, I think that this movie, um, even at the time, even when I was a kid, I thought, you know what, we all wanted a Batman vs Superman film, but this is just not what we wanted. This is so bland. It's so dull, and
Civil War was much
just
better.
like the DCEU, very bland, except for Suicide Squad because I like that one. That's my
People like-
favorite because of how different it is.
People
But
are happy for that.
I don't care.
So,
Um, this Batman vs Superman is. I don't like the What's that guy's name who played Lex Luthor?
Jesse Eisenberg, yes, he is awful.
I think he's a shit. He's such a shit Lex Luthor. He sucks.
Who
That was
freaking
such-
casted him? God.
He sucks.
really like-
Gene Hackman is Lex Luthor.
Oh, I'd rather watch Kevin Spacey more than Jesse Eisenberg as Lex Luthor.
Oh yeah, true.
Because bias,
I realize
because
Diesel.
bias opinion, I don't mind Superman Returns. I really don't mind it. I liked it as a kid. Superman Returns, the one with what the hell's his
Brandon
name? Brandon Ralph. Yeah, I didn't mind that as a kid. I liked it. I liked it better than Jesse Eisenberg's Lex Luthor. I think Bryan Cranston would play a good Lex Luthor, in my opinion. I see him. But anyway, anything else to say, Ethan, about that movie?
No,
Before we move on to Jeremy's list.
no.
All right, Jeremy, take it away.
Okay. All right. So this is gonna be okay. So All right, I'm just gonna say it.
Just say it.
This is gonna be another. Oh, okay. It's the Snyder Cut.
What?
All right. Okay. Yep. Before I say it, okay, it is better than the Justice League. I'm gonna give it that.
Okay.
But it's just the stylistic choices was just not for me, just in general. The cropped bars, the black and the dark color palette, and
You don't like the aspect ratio?
There's a reason for that, though.
yeah, I know it is. There is a reason for it, but it's just not for me, I guess.
In general, do you not like that whole that box? Was it 4:3 aspect ratio? Do you not like that?
I don't know. I associate it with old movies. That's just me,
classic
but
films,
yeah.
pre-1953 movies.
I thought it
Before
had a
Stardust
good effect to
came
it.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's your opinion, Jeremy. I respect it. I really do respect it.
But yeah, it is better than the Justice League, but there are it's just the stylistic issues that are really not for me. It was very long, so it was 4 hours, 3.
Yeah, 4 hours.
Yeah, 4 hours long. Yeah,
Yeah.
You don't
it's
like
kind
long
of
movies?
hard to watch in one sitting, and
Wait, Jeremy, you don't like long films?
yeah, it was just too long. I mean, I do mind long films are alright if they're able to what's it called, engage you throughout. But
Yeah, I get what you
Watch
mean.
long
yeah,
films.
just for me.
I recommend you watch the Return of the King extended edition. Then.
And Jeremy, I recommend you watch Gone with the Wind.
That's a great movie.
Hey, why is that?
4 hours.
4 hours?
that movie.
4 hours.
Frankly,
Jesus.
my dear, I don't give a damn.
Classic.
Classic.
Also, each time Wonder Woman comes on screen, ancient lamination music. Jesus Christ.
I enjoyed that a lot.
I thought
It's so
awesome.
annoying.
I thought it
Jesus
so
Christ.
awesome.
I had it on subtitles as well, so it was just ancient lamination plays. I was like, oh, not again.
That
Like
would've
the
been-
subtitles, it's just a
That would
cute.
be hilarious with subtitles.
Yeah, it just says ancient music plays.
I
Even
love
if you play is half a second on screen.
No, I want to watch it just to look at that subtitle. Just see when it comes in. Anyway, that's okay, Jeremy. I respect that, even though I fucking love it, but that's okay. My number 6, Ethan did mention, well, I'll say technically it's not that movie, but Ethan did mention that character on the list. This is, like, in my opinion, my biggest comic book movie guilty pleasure of all time. It's with that character in it that Ethan mentioned. My number 6 is Daredevil. The Ben Affleck one. Not the Netflix one. I remember the concept. I remember watching it as a kid, and I used to love it as a kid because I find the concept of Daredevil really brilliant. But the more times I watched Daredevil, the more I despise it. It was so bad. Like, we get Daredevil just jumping off buildings like fucking Spider-Man. It's so mid-2000s, that movie. And it has probably one of the most 2000 soundtrack that I've seen from any movie, because that movie has a big 2000 soundtrack. Even knows what I'm talking about.
You gotta love the 2000 soundtrack.
God, what's that band called? They did 2
Which
songs in
one?
the movie. That Evan what? Hang on, Evalence or something like that.
I don't even remember the soundtrack, but if you say
Everyone
it's
or something like
2000
that.
soundtrack,
You guys know what I'm
then I
talking
reckon
about.
it's already nostalgic.
Yeah, like I mentioned, it did have ELEKTRA, like Ethan mentioned in one of his movies, but
Daredevil's better than that.
it is better than ELEKTRA. Colin Farrell as Bullseye, so over the top. Michael Clark Duncan, they got a black Kingpin. I'm not trying to be racist because Michael Clark Duncan's a great actor. I loved him from The Green Mile. He was great in that movie. Rest in peace, by the way, but he was not that great in the movie. Ben Affleck, oh my god, Ben Affleck was terrible. This is like before he was Batman. This is his first comic book role before Batman. Yeah, nothing too much, I would say. Yeah, Daredevil was so mid-2000s. It's so bad that it's just a lot of fun to watch. But it's still a really shitty movie, so I'm putting that on my list. So, yeah, fuck off.
What do you guys think about the show?
No,
The show version. Have you guys seen it?
the show is great. I love the show.
Yeah, the show is awesome.
The show was
That's what
much
Netflix,
better.
right?
Yeah, the show was much better. The one with Charlie Cox. And, yeah,
You said it.
which I heard he might be in Spider-Man No Way Home, which I've heard. I don't know.
Yeah, I saw that, and then the cast list is pretty weird.
I'm curious about that movie, by the way. I'm actually curious. Where's the fucking trailer? I just want to see what happens. All right. Okay, now we are in our top 5, guys. We made it to our top 5, the movies that we freaking hate for comic book films. So, Declan, take it away. What's your number 5?
Wonder Woman 1984.
Yes, I agree with that.
The writing was just so bad.
It's really bad.
I love Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman, but just the writing was just terrible.
I hate what they did with the cheetah in that movie.
And the effects weren't even really that good.
Yeah, it's really cheesy. Yeah.
The look of the cheetah looks terrible. Like, isn't she supposed to be like Wonder Woman's arch enemy
Yeah,
in the
and
comics?
Kristen Wiig as Cheetah honestly was not really a good choice.
Yeah, I think Charlize Theron should have been the cheetah. To be honest, I think she would have been great.
It would have been a better choice, yeah.
Yeah, I think she would be great. Like, Kristen Wiig's a good actress. I'm not saying she's a bad actress. She can do serious films, but I don't know, just her as Cheetah, I kind of agree with that. She's not that great. Okay, nothing else to say, Declan, about 1984?
No, I've said all I said.
All right, good. Yeah, at first I did like the movie because, I was so glad to be back in movie theaters that time. But then the more times I watched it, I'm like, why the fuck is Chris Pine back? No fucking reason.
I know that was done.
There to be the love interest.
Yeah.
Why is there?
Lots of plot holes as well. Lots.
Lots of
There's
plot.
there's videos that type list of plot holes in the movie.
Yeah.
It's
All
just-
right.
yeah.
Ethan, what's your number 5?
My number 5 is Black Panther.
Shame.
All right.
What's so good about it?
All
I
right.
thought the film looked ugly.
Ethan, explain to me why you fucking hate the movie because that is such a great MCU film.
Hey, I could
Thank you,
ask the same
Declan.
thing. You didn't even
Thank you.
explain some of the movies that you said on your list. Hypocrite.
Give you that.
I mean, the final fight scene for Black Panther was pretty. It's got its reputation for its.
And the other thing is this,
Yeah.
like, I feel like here's the same thing. This has in common with The Dark Knight, because it's like the main role is Chadwick Boseman and he's dead, all right? And they say like, oh, it's so good because like Chadwick Boseman. Is that what they say now? But they didn't. I don't know if they said that back in 2018, but I bet you they probably say that now. Oh, it's Chadwick Boseman. That's why this movie is like one of the best.
I
Chadwick
like
Boseman.
more reasons than Chadwick Boseman.
Yeah, there were much more reasons.
Oh,
But
I don't know. I haven't heard any. What's so good about it?
I
I
think
don't
I think the
understand.
thing.
I really don't understand. I found this movie boring. I thought it was just looked really kind of ugly looking. I just couldn't. I couldn't stand just the look of this film. Like,
Personally,
That's
I like
just
the movie. Personally, I like the movie, but I don't know why it got nominated for Best Picture. Honestly,
It
I
did.
would disagree. I would disagree with that. With like the Best Picture nomination, I think.
yeah, why did
like
it get
films.
nominated for Best Picture?
But I fucking love Black Panther. I think it's really good.
Yes.
I think Killmonger.
It won Best Costume Thinger, right, or something like
Yeah,
that.
best score, I
Yeah.
think. And I
Oh,
think
Best Score as well. Yeah.
or production design. I'm not sure. I think production design, score, and costume design. Well, obviously the costume design. Okay. Well, Jeremy, what's your number 5?
All right. Just going down the list. It is. Oh yeah. You said it. Batman v Superman. Yeah, pretty much the same reasons. Just
Bad.
very, very, very boring. No
Yeah,
action.
I'll agree with that.
And
Even though
compared to its predecessor, Civil War. Yeah,
much
yes,
better.
yeah,
Much better.
yeah.
Civil War. I agree with that. Civil War is great. Yeah. All right. Well, my number 5 is a sequel to. I don't even know why I made a sequel to that shit movie. This movie, I bet you no one remembers. But yeah, it's a sequel to a character that was fucking awesome in the comics. My number 5 goes to Ghost Rider: Spirit of Vengeance.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Ghost Rider?
Goes to the second one, not the first one, the second one. The first one was bad to begin with, but the second one was even worse.
Really?
The thing I was like, okay, this movie could have been at least a guilty pleasure, is that the directors of Crank directed it. And Crank is like my biggest action guilty pleasure. It's so ridiculous. So I was thinking that the new Ghost Rider would do that. The movie, oh my god, the movie, how the movie looks, how the movie is edited, it's like someone's like shaking a freaking Coke bottle, and like it bursts out with so much mess. That's basically how it's playing Ghost Rider: Spirit of Vengeance. That's the way I see it. The first thing that Ghost Rider did in the movie was like going to this one guy, and he was just like this, with like rock music in the background, like I expected him to like grab a chain and just wrap around, but no, it's like the music's like heavy metal music, and he just grabs the guy doing this, and his head exploded. That's fucking it. The villain's forgettable. Nicolas Cage. Don't like the casting choice for Ghost Rider. I think they could have cast someone better. Like, I think honestly, Ghost Rider and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. was way more better developed than Ghost Rider in the Nicolas Cage movies. They're just so bad. It's really bad, that movie, so much. I remember walking out of the theater going, what the fuck is this? And I was 12 years
It's
old.
so bad. It made Ethan leave.
I know. Where did he
Yeah.
go? Ethan, where are you? I think I exploded Ethan's head when I was doing that.
I'm back.
Yeah, he's alive.
Like a leak.
Yeah, okay. I thought you left because I said Ghost Rider: Spirit of Vengeance.
No, I actually haven't seen all of that film.
All right, good. Yeah, Ghost Rider: Spirit of Vengeance. Wrong choice. Another superhero I want to see get rebooted because he's like the awesomest looking character in the Marvel like comics. He's a freaking skull with a flame driving a motorcycle, killing people with chains. Fucking awesome. And Ghost Rider: Spirit of Vengeance just ruined his character completely. So, yeah, Ghost Rider Spirit of Vengeance, my number 5. So, number 4, Declan, take it away.
Justice League.
Yes! Yes!
Need I say more?
I don't think you can. I guess, is that it?
That's it. The same reason as everyone else hates it.
Do you think the Zack Snyder one was better?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Thank you. I think everyone can agree with that, even though
It was just all over the fucking place and just so poorly done.
I'm honestly glad that Zack Snyder did his version of it. I'm like, we wanted that since the movie came out. All right, Ethan, what's your number 4?
So my number 4 is the 90s Fantastic Four.
Oh my god,
90s?
that! Yes.
They have a 90s version. Hold on.
Yeah, the 90s version, the Roger Corman version.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh man, it is so bad. Oh my goodness.
I forgot about that movie.
Yikes.
Oh man, I watched it last night.
I forgot about that movie, honestly.
Oh man, I watched this film last night. I think Doctor Doom was just like, oh man, that guy was such a joke in this film. He was such
Dr.
a joke.
Dumb.
You may call me Doctor Doom or something like that. It was such a joke.
The movie's on YouTube.
Oh man, like when they had the powers, like especially like Mr. Fantastic. What was his name? Reed.
Reed
I think that was his name. Yeah, Reed Richards. Like the last scene when he's got his arm out of like when they're in like the convertible and he's got his arm sticking out, he's stretched out. It looked so weird. Oh, it was just weird with his arm just waving like. It was so weird.
I remember the Human Torch effect. That looks fucking awful.
Oh man, this is if you want to talk about like shitty CGI for like Green Lantern and all that, man, this is even worse. This is like
It was made in the 80s, right?
No,
90s. This came out in
Oh,
1994,
90s.
but I don't think it got released.
I
back
think
then.
Superman the
Made
movie
then.
has better effects than that movie.
Oh man, the effects in this film, oh, it's terrible.
Oh god, I'd rather watch
It's
just
so
like
dated.
honestly after that movie.
Probably 80s effects. I don't know what. It's terrible.
I thought you said it's the 90s. Well,
It did
felt
come
like
out in the 90s, but the effects looked even. I guess they were probably dated at the time.
It looks like the
And,
effects were in the 50s.
And the acting was shit. And then there was this one character in this film. I believe he was like the comic relief character, but he just felt like he belonged in a Power Rangers episode or something like that. Just this dumb, stupid. I'm gonna take down I'm this person. Ooh. And Doctor Doom comes in. You're a fool. And you know, just watch the film for yourself, and then you'll know what I'm talking about. And only watch it for curiosity's sake.
Oh god, I barely remember it, but I know what you were talking about. You're making me not want to watch it at all because
Only watch it if you're curious.
Oh god. All right.
Watch it if you want. I don't care.
God, I should have put that movie in my dishonorable mention.
Oh man, no, it's terrible.
All right, Jeremy, what's your number 4?
All right. So this one goes to Dark Phoenix.
Yes, that's on my list. I'm not gonna tell you. What
Yeah.
Go.
Yeah. Don't like it. I actually was really, I was really optimistic about it, despite what's it called? It being one of the last X-Men films, I think, was it?
Yeah,
Or,
it's supposed.
yeah,
to
I was.
It's supposed.
Yeah, I was really
Marvel
hopeful.
movie, yeah. Especially like the
Yeah, I was really.
the Fox and
Yeah.
Marvel era. Yeah.
Yeah, it's that one. Yeah. Yeah, I was really hopeful for it to be like at least an ending. Doesn't have to be good or bad. At least an ending, but it's just.
It didn't feel like a conclusion at the end.
Yeah. No, not the best. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, I'd rather watch X-Men Origins than that movie, honestly. At least that movie was like funny bad.
Mhm.
Like I can watch it for a laugh. Well, my number 4 goes to one of my favorite superheroes of all time, and obviously this is probably probably the biggest out of any superhero franchises, or probably second. This film is in the reboot franchise. There's franchises of these films. There is the original, there's the MCU versions, and then we have the reboots. That's how I call this genre. My number 4 goes to The Amazing Spider-Man 2. Fucking hated everything about that movie.
Which one was it? Amazing Spider-Man 2?
The one with Electro. The one with Marco's Electro. God, Electro! He just attacks, and every time he attacks something, there's always freaking dubstep music. I'm like, whose idea was that to...
I mean, he's electronic.
Yeah, but it's just
pretty smart.
It's kind of weird how they
That
did
was the
that.
time. Dubstep music was the time, man. That's
And
what I
Dane
like.
DeHaan.
When this came out, 2014. That's what I was listening to at the time. Dubstep.
Yeah,
was
but just
I.
with Electro's powers, it's stupid. I don't know. It's just
Oh, this is the one with the Green Lantern. Green Goblin, right?
yes, Dane DeHaan. He looks like he has freaking face herpes as the Green Goblin. Honestly, like James Franco as Green Goblin in Spider-Man 3 was much better developed than freaking Green Goblin in Amazing Spider-Man 2. I hate it. I hate what they did with him. Rhino was literally just in the movie for like 5 seconds. Paul Giamatti, I am the Rhino! That's how he acts in the movie.
Oh, I hate him.
Oh, you fight me! He sounds like a fucking Power Rangers villain. Even his suit looks like a Power Rangers costume, to be honest. The only thing that they did really well in that movie, honestly, even though it was a bit rushed, I didn't think that was a bad thing where Gwen Stacy dies. Because in the comics, it's exactly how it laid out in the comics. And I think that scene was very emotional, even though it was a bit rushed. I didn't know why they did in the second one. They could have done the third one. It would have ended the trilogy great, but not in the second one. Yeah, the movie was just a mess. It was all over the place. There's literally not much of a plot. It's just like, all right, Spider-Man, good. And then ELEKTRA comes in. I'm like, okay, that's a plot. And then Dane DeHaan with the giving Spider-Man blood. Okay, another plot. Gwen Stacy is moving. And Peter and Gwen's relationship. I hate their relationship in these movies. It's like, Dennis Leary as his dad says, stay away from her. And then he's back with her. And then the second one, he changed his mind. It's like, nope, I have to stay away from you. And then now we're back together. I'm like, make up your fucking mind. You want to be with Gwen or not? And then he made probably the biggest mistake, go with her because she died at the end. It makes Peter just so unlikable. The suit was better than the first movie, I'll admit.
I like the suit in the first one.
It looks like a fucking basketball suit, honestly. I think the second movie felt more like a Spider-Man suit, and I like with the big eyes, it adds a bit of originality to it.
Yeah.
But yeah, The Amazing Spider-Man 2, dubstep, terrible. The action scenes, yeah. The rest of the movie is just boring as shit. Nothing happens.
I don't like dubstep.
No,
You don't
I
like
like
Skrillex?
dubstep, but I hate what they did with ELEKTRA.
It's
It's just,
just the dubstep. They even still make that music. That's like, yeah, when this film came out, 2014. That was like 2014, man.
yeah.
Listen to
But that's
dubstep
not the
now.
problem. It's just the way they handled it with ELEKTRA. It's just, I find it stupid. But
And
anyway,
like, still, that was the music at the time.
yeah, okay, I get it. But anyway,
Dubstep's
still, I despise The Amazing Spider-Man 2. The worst Spider-Man film. Rather watch Spider-Man 3. I think Spider-Man 3. After that film, Spider-Man 3 is a masterpiece. After that film, because I like Spider-Man 3. I grew up with it. Even like Spider-Man 3.
I love it.
So yeah, The Amazing Spider-Man 2 on my number 4. Okay, 3. Take it away, Declan. What's your number 3? Wait, sorry, Declan.
Batman Forever.
Oh yes, good.
Tommy Lee Jones and Jim Carrey as the two villains just now annoy the shit out of me.
I'll agree with that. Tommy Lee Jones was terrible.
And just everything else about the movie was so bad. I mean, was it Val Kilmer?
Yeah, Val
Val
Kilmer.
Kilmer.
Val Kilmer.
Val Kilmer. I don't know why I said
Kilmer.
Look at I said that. I liked him as a Batman, but meh.
Yeah, he was kind of bland. He was better than George Clooney. I'll agree. I'll say that.
And I felt at times that the movie was just too slow.
It is too slow.
Way too slow.
What do you think of Jim Carrey as the Riddler?
Annoying shit now.
I thought so. Jesse Eisenberg should have played the Riddler. honestly. He's probably better as a Riddler than Lex Luthor.
Like, guys, do you reckon Tim Burton should have made Batman Forever and got like Billy D. Williams to come back as Two-Face?
Absolutely.
Right.
I can't see Billy D. Williams as Two-Face.
Even though Tim Burton did produce Batman Forever. He did produce it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Batman Forever. I think that's a really good pick, Declan. Ethan, what's your number 3?
The Dark Knight Rises.
Is that the second one?
That's the third one.
Oh, the third one.
Worst Batman film of all time.
I
Out
can
of all
see
the
it.
live action
I
ones.
can see in Declan's face.
Piece of
He's not
shit.
great.
Can't stand it. I tried to like it, but I can't.
Fucking
I
Rises.
just can't do it.
Love the
Fight.
Can't watch it,
Fight
man.
you on that one.
Huh?
I'll fight you on that one.
Fight me. Come at me.
You gotta break his back like Bane did in the movie.
Go on. Come at me.
Anyway, moving on, Ethan. You
Okay.
mentioned you'd rather watch Batman and Robin than Dark Knight Rises.
Incredibly boring and not entertaining.
And he hates
It doesn't feel like even a Batman film.
Oh my god.
And it's so flawed.
I fucking love the Dark Knight Rises. I think
Not
Bane
that-
is
Ah,
It's not that flawed when you think about it.
not that flawed when I think about it.
It had a couple, I'm not gonna lie. I think the Dark Knight was a lot better, but I still love the Dark Knight
A
Rises.
couple, one of those flaws is easily explained.
Yeah, like the biggest flaw I had with it is like how the frick does Bruce Wayne like when he gets out of
Get
prison?
back in time to Gotham and all that shit.
Actually,
Yeah.
there's a reasonable explanation for that
Oh, I
one.
can't explain it.
Okay,
Yeah, explain.
I think it was Morgan Freeman's character Fox who said that the bomb had 23 days to detonate. So in that amount of time when Bruce got out of that pit, it took him 23 days to get back.
Really?
Yeah.
Did they even explain that in the film? They didn't even. I don't even remember.
You could have at
if they,
least
like,
tried that. I'm
They
not
didn't even do that. Like, come
They
on.
don't
man.
exactly explain that in the film, but
It's like your theory.
a reasonable explanation which they should have established in the film, but they didn't.
I can see that. I can see
Still,
that.
I just can't stand this film. I'm sorry.
What do you
I
think?
tried to like it when I watched it. I tried to like it, but no, I just couldn't. I'm being honest with you.
I loved it.
I fucking love it too. Yeah, that was
I
the
think I don't think I'm probably not a Christopher Nolan fan. I think I'm probably not. Like, I've only seen 4 of his films, and the only one I liked was Batman Begins. I don't like The Dark Knight. I don't like Dark Knight Rises. And Tenet, although I've only seen it once, I thought, whatever.
Man, if you guys don't know Declan, he's a huge Christopher Nolan fan, like me. I love Christopher Nolan.
You can see him. He's dying.
He's literally.
He can't take it anymore.
He's like, don't worry, Declan. We're with you. We're all with you. But we have to respect Ethan's opinion. We have to. We have to respect opinions. All right. Well, Jeremy, what's your number 3?
Number 3. It is going to be, another one from the list. Thor 2.
Yes.
Yep.
Thank
Yep.
you.
What one? What?
For
Thor 2, Dr. Road, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I barely even remember it, and I know, what's it called? It was Endgame, I think it was referenced a little bit of it.
Yeah, Endgame, they did reference it.
Yeah, it doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter to the whole storyline. It doesn't, I don't know. Doesn't really connect well. It's just,
Just skip it.
Yeah, just skip it, you know?
That's probably one of the MCU films I probably would skip. It has nothing to do with the other movies. Well, my number 3, Jeremy, it's on your list. It's Dark Phoenix.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. I have more things to say about it, so good lord. This is the way to conclude the X-Men franchise, seriously. because I grew up with the X-Men franchise like a lot. Loved the first two, especially the second one. The second one was really well done. Last Stand I don't hate. I actually find it okay. And then from Origins, it sucks. It's on my honorable mentions, dishonorable mentions. Then First Class bringing it up. Days of Future Past was fantastic. Loved every moment of that movie. Apocalypse was fine. I don't hate it like everyone else does. But then when Dark Phoenix comes down, I'm like, this is like the Rise of Skywalker with the X-Men franchise. They already told the Dark Phoenix story, by the way, and it's supposed to be like a prequel to the X-Men series. Like, so you're telling me the director, you're telling me that Jean Grey has already been a Dark Phoenix before and she died once and she came again.
Mm-hmm.
It's literally, like, when you, like, look at all these X-Men films, when you get that around you, it's basically showing that Dark Phoenix doesn't get it, the X-Men franchise. They're just like, let's do another Dark Phoenix movie. And let's forget about the original X-Men movies, which they're basically trying to reference. It's supposed to be a prequel to the original X-Men saga, because it's by the prequel cast. Like First Class was. That's a prequel to X-Men, because that's how it all started. So basically, they fucked this whole franchise up, kind of like what Rise of Skywalker did. And it's seriously the best way to conclude the X-Men saga. It really misses its mark. So, yeah, Dark Phoenix. Hopefully your Phoenix dies. I don't know the best way to explain that. I don't know the best way to end it. But Dark Phoenix, yeah. You Suck is on my number 3. All right. 2 and 1. These are the main movies that we hate from the comic book genre. So, Declan.
Batman and Robin.
That's my number 2 as well. Yes!
Batman Robert?
Batman Robin, yes! That's on my number 2.
I think I've heard of these.
There are just way too many things bad with this film. Like,
oh my god.
George Clooney.
It's the
loved
worst.
Clooney, but he was just such a bad Batman.
He's the worst Batman, I reckon.
And just and just Arnold Schwarzenegger.
That one. Yeah, I didn't mind that one personally, but yeah, go ahead.
Body.
He just had such terrible one-liners.
Oh my god, Batman Robin.
Nice to meet you.
What kills the dinosaurs? The Ice Age.
Right.
A cool body.
Exactly, the right.
I love the freaking ice puns. Love them.
Oh my god. Even Joe Schumacher himself hated the movie. Joe Schumacher himself freaking hated it.
Yeah, he apologized for it.
You know why Batman Robin even exists? They just did it to sell toys.
Yeah.
Like, the Batmobile is quite obvious.
Everything about the movie is just terrible.
Oh my god.
This is the one where they had the nipples in the suits?
Yeah.
And bat asses.
Yeah.
And literally those close-ups of them at the beginning of the film.
Oh my god. Dig the car. This is why Superman works alone. You telling me Superman's in the Joe Schumacher universe?
Yep, the writing is just terrible.
Oh my god. Hi, Freeze. I'm Batman. That's literally how he acts in the film. He acts like George Clooney going into Comic-Con. That's basically how it's acted like.
I can't say any more bad things about it. It's just terrible.
Yeah, something I agree. Yeah, Batman Robin's also in my number 2, so we're skipping me with number 2. Ethan.
Thor: The Dark World.
Nice.
Piece of shit. Worst MCU film. Never want to watch it again. Or I don't plan to watch it again. And I don't remember it that well.
Yeah, that film sucks. Jeremy, you're number 2.
All right. Oh yeah. So I said my one's not in order. So
That's
this
okay.
one, next one should be my. It's not as bad, but I still didn't really like it. It's Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Oh wow!
Right.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't like it either. I agree with that.
I I like Ant-Man and the Wasp. I mean,
I don't hate it like every other comic book films on my list, but yeah, it's a bit of a letdown.
Yeah, and yeah, how the whole story continues, it's alright, but the one thing that really got me down was the car chase scene. I don't know what about it, but it just pulled the heck out of me. I don't know.
I find the villain so forgettable in that movie.
Yeah, and the villain as well. Yeah, it's not too really good.
The only thing that's good about it is the Wasp. I love Evangeline Lilly in that role. I think she was great.
Yeah, definitely. And the what's it called?
Paul Rudd.
No, the guy that makes the what's it called? The guy that drives the bus.
Oh, Michael
What is his name?
Oh, Michael Pena.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, I
Michael
think that's him.
Pena.
Yeah,
I love him.
those films.
He was funny in the first one, that's for sure. The first one was.
yeah.
Why'd you do that, bro? I fucking love Michael Pena. All right, we are here right now to talk about our worst comic book movie of all time, the one that we despise the most out of all the comic book movies on our list. So, Declan, what's your number one?
Okay, I am so sorry about this one. Batman Returns.
Wow.
Wait, what's Batman? I had to search up everyone. There's too many Batman films.
With Michelle Pfeiffer as Catwoman.
Yeah, I didn't like her as Catwoman, and Penguin just used to creep me out so much. It always scared the shit out of me.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's the point.
Batman Returns creeped me out as a kid as well. The scene that creeped me out the most is with Catwoman like falling off the roof and see the cats like bringing her to life. That bit scared me as a kid.
I just don't get how so many people like that film. It's so bad. I know, like the writing is. This is just my opinion. The writing is terrible, and Danny and Penguin. I fucking hated Penguin in that movie.
What do you think of Michael Keaton as Batman?
I like him as Batman. I honestly would say that was the best part. That was the only good part about that film.
I think I'll be completely honest. I like Batman a bit more than Batman Returns, so I'll accept that as your number one.
Yeah, Batman is the better one.
I love Jack Nicholson's Joker. I find him so underrated.
Yes, he was a great Joker.
He is pretty good. Yeah, Batman Returns. I did not expect that at all. I expect something even worse than that movie.
The film is just too dark for me.
Yeah, it's very Tim Burton, that film. I'm not a huge Tim Burton fan either.
Oh, really? You guys not Tim Burton fans?
I love Beetlejuice. I love Edward Scissorhands. Edward Scissorhands is like my favorite film of all time. But then after that, it's just
Coraline?
Nightmare Before Christmas. I love as well.
Tim Burton's not bad. He's good.
He's good. He's good back then, I would say, but not now. Like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory sucks. I freaking hated that movie.
My childhood. How dare you?
I'm sorry. The original was much better. I'm sorry, Declan. The original's a classic.
Oh, the original one will always be an all-time classic.
Like Johnny Depp, I find Johnny Depp awful as Willy Wonka. He just acts like a dick to the kids. Don't you want to know our names? Can't imagine how that wouldn't matter. Seriously, I hated it. Okay, Batman Returns. Ethan, what's your number one? What's the worst comic?
That reminds me on the subject of Batman Returns and Catwoman. I forgot to mention for The Dark Knight Rises. I thought Anne Hathaway's Catwoman was just shit. I forgot to mention.
Right.
I didn't like her performance in The Dark Knight Rises Catwoman. I much prefer Michelle Pfeiffer. Anyway, my number one is Justice League.
The Justice League?
The Justice League.
All right, good. I thought you were going to say the Zack Snyder one for some reason.
No. I haven't seen this. I haven't seen the Snyder cut yet. I've only seen the Joss Whedon one. Oh man, what a mess! What a mess of a film.
It is
the
a mess.
CGI shit.
Undeniable.
It looks so shit and it's a mess.
The entire film is a mess.
I can't stand it. I can't stand that film.
Oh my god, I didn't expect that to be on your number one at all. But yeah, I hated that film. Whoever likes that film, shame of you. But it's your opinion. Jeremy, what's your worst comic book film of all time?
All right, this might come to a shock. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, it's already from the list. It is Wonder Woman 84. 1884? 1984.
That
Yeah.
was on my
Wow.
list. I don't care.
Wait, what?
That was on my list. I don't care.
Yeah. Yeah, I just, it was the worst. It was so long too. It was like 3 hours or something. Yeah, worst 3 hours of my life.
Yeah, it was way too long than it actually is. I agree with that.
And it was so goddamn slow as well.
Yeah,
Yeah, green screen was so weird. Pedro Pascal was alright. It's pretty good. I liked him from Mandalorian. It's pretty good.
The film was bad. The film was bad, but it could have been better.
Yeah.
That's all. That's how I would explain it.
I find that directors are usually at their best when they don't have complete control over the film.
Yeah, I agree with that. What you said. All right. Well, my number one.
Drum roll.
I can't believe. I cannot believe you guys didn't put this on your list. This
Superman
film.
4?
Huh?
Is it Superman 4?
Ethan, you fucking ruined it.
Ah.
My number one is Superman 4: The Quest for Suck. That's what I call it. The Quest for Suck.
What's Superman? Oh, the Quest for Peace.
Oh yeah, I was
yeah.
going to put Catwoman. I forgot about Catwoman, the one with Halle Berry. I forgot about that.
That atrocious film.
Yeah, but we're talking about Superman 4. Oh my god, I remember seeing this as a kid, and I remember being one of the most boring films I've ever seen. Oh my god, the film just gets worse and worse every time I saw it. Like, we get same shots of Superman flying in the camera. It's exactly the same shot. Like, there's no shot where Superman looks that way. It's all the same shot. Nuclear Man, one of the worst villains of all time. Destroy Superman. He looks like a Chippendales model.
Did they bring back Nuclear Man?
Don't you fucking bring back Nuclear. Is he even in the comics? I don't think he's even in the comics.
I don't think he is.
Let's make this character up as we go along.
Man.
Oh my god, the green screen's awful. The fight scene with him and Nuclear Man, it's just them hugging each other. That's how they fight.
I know it's terrible.
Oh, this film could have been good. It could have been. I think it was just down to the budget.
God, like, even Superman.
The budget went to, I think it was Masters of the Universe, and
it was by Canon, probably one of the worst production companies.
Yeah, this film could have saved Canon if this film tanked.
That's why they made it.
And Canon went downhill.
Oh my god. Superman fixing the Great Wall of China with his eyes. That looks fucking stop motion.
Weird.
It looks shit. It looks terrible. Even Christopher Reeve, I didn't think it was good in the movie. Stop! No, the people!
I don't think he gave a shit.
He doesn't. He even looks like he hates making that movie. Yeah, even the title sequence looks awful. It looks like a cheap $4 movie. Like, it feels like something I would make in high school because of how bad the movie looks. Like, I'll probably make a better Superman 4 cut than that piece of shit. And it's a farewell to Christopher Reeve's Superman, and it ended off with that piece of shit.
And we were supposed to get a Superman 5, and I believe that was supposed to be from Canon, but that never happened.
Oh, thank fuck that didn't happen.
I think what was it called? Superman Lives or some shit? I don't know.
Isn't that Nicolas Cage was about to be Superman. Even
I would love to see Nicolas Cage play Superman. I would love that.
I would have watched that movie.
That would have been great.
I'd rather watch that. If that movie even exists, I would rather watch that movie than Superman 4.
I think that, I don't know why they cancelled it. It's probably got to do with the, I don't know if you guys are aware of the Superman curse. I don't know if you guys believe in that.
I've heard
There's lots of evidence.
Think it's bullshit.
Lots of evidence.
Anyway, Superman 4, biggest mistake of comic book movies. Why Canon making this company even more worse than it actually is. Superman 4. It's supposed to be called The Quest for Peace, but I call it The Quest for Suck because that's the movie. It sucks ass. Worse than any other comic book movies ever made. I honestly rather watch Batman Returns. I'd rather watch freaking Wonder Woman 1984 than that movie. I'd rather watch any comic book film than that piece of shit. So yeah, that is it, guys, for our 10 worst comic book movies. We're going to do a best one as well, coming up very, very soon. So far, I want to thank Ethan, Declan, and Jeremy for joining me with this video. And we're going to see them again doing our best list. We're going to do positive now. We're going to start with negative first, then positive. So thank you guys for doing your picks for the worst. You guys did really well. So our best is coming very, very soon. So make sure you guys follow me on social media links down below. Instagram, Facebook, Letterboxd, all that accounts. You guys want to do the ending with me? If you guys know my ending.
What is it? Subscribe to my OnlyFans?
Yeah.
Is that the outro?
Subscribe to
Yes,
me.
it is.
No, Jeremy. You click your fingers and you just say, have a nice day. That's how I end it off.
I can't click. I physically can't click.
Just pretend.
Clap your hands.
Yeah.
All right, so our best list is coming very, very soon. So thank you guys so much for watching. And you ready, guys? Have a nice day. You guys are supposed to say it with me.
Have a
Oh.
nice day.
Have a nice day.
Have a nice day.
Night, day, peeps.
Or night.
Or night too, yeah.
Or morning.
Have a
Or
nice
that-
day.
Or afternoon. Or evening.
Yeah, have a nice
Or
evening.
dawn. Or dusk.
Why the
Have a
fuck?
nice task.
Or 3:17.
Just everyone, have a nice day.